I go to court, and I'm ready to face whatever that they're gonna give me. I was okay with it, just get over with. When I get out, I'm gonna start over, and I got a second chance. Probably 100 chances. I got another chance again. So when I went to court, can't you believe that when I stepped in court, the prosecutor had no evidence. It was tampering with money. The apartment they called me in with the drugs and everything else, it was not under my name, and everything was like crazy. It was nothing making sense to the judge. So she got tired of it. She gave me 1 year served and 9 years of probation, and I was about to get released. Ain't that something? About to be released. I told myself, I said, wow, I'm gonna give me a job. I'm gonna go to school. I'm gonna do this. I forgot to mention this. I was a ninth grade dropout. I was a ninth grade out. Now I'm in my age, 30-some years old. A ninth grade dropout. Been selling drugs all my life. Don't know nothing about only one job. Only worked one job in my life. I've been counted out by a lot of people. A lot of people told me that I'll never be none. I would never amount to none. So now I'm about to get out, and I'm about to prove to people that I could change. So when I got out, to be honest with you, my friends, it was not that easy. When I got out, it was hard to find ID. It was hard to get money. It was hard to get my Social Security card, my birth certificate. So when you're selling drugs, you don't carry no IDs, birth certificate. I don't know, that's when I saw my birth certificate. None of that. I was just out there, just living the life of crime. So it was a struggle. And then I was hungry, going to the store stealing, and I became homeless. And I finally submitted. When I mean submitted, I finally submitted that I'm a homeless guy. I need to get to a shelter. Because I was sleeping outside. I was sleeping on the bridges. I was so hungry, I ate out of garbage cans. So years went by, and it was 10 years. I was homeless for 10 years. Chronically homeless. I'm going to highlight that word. Chronically homeless for 10 years. During the 10 years, I went to see psychiatrists, and I found out that I was suffering through mental health issues. And she told me that I'm just like a person who went out to war in the military. So she diagnosed with PTSD, because she said, it doesn't matter, you went through war in Chicago. A car pulled up out of nowhere. The guy jumped out, and it was the same guy who told him, who ratted on him. He jumps out the car with a lot of women. He looks at me, he said, man, I didn't know you was out. He said, what's the matter with you? Why are you looking like this? Get in the car. I'm going to, man, let's go buy this dude some clothes. Let's get back making money, man. Why you got to suffer like this? Why didn't you come out and come to me? Like, he talked to me like I didn't know he told on me, like he was an informer or nothing. So I told him, I said, no, I'm okay. I'm at peace. I'll stay here. So he get mad, and he threw a beer bottle at me, and the beer bottle splashed in my face. And the guy in the car, and they started laughing. So now that really, really hurt me. I felt it real low, and I was about to end my life. I was getting close, and I knew the area where I want to end my life at. And another car pulled up on me. Weeks before, I went to an agency. It's a self-sufficient program. They find you jobs to get you off the streets, and they teach you steps to get back on your feet and find you housing, and you come to classes. And it was an awesome program, but it was so hard for me to get in there because the list was so long. So I had to come up there every day to find out if I was on the top of that list to get in, right? So I was doing this for 3 months. I was like, wow. So I'm walking, I'm about to end my life. A car put up on me. One of the caseworkers at that place that I just mentioned said, hey, we've been looking for you, man. Get in the car. Come on, so we could get you in this rain now, so we could put you in one of our beds, and Monday morning you can start intake. Ain't that something? Atlanta's a big city. I'm downtown Atlanta. I'm about to end my life, and a car just come out of nowhere and told me to get in the car. Ain't that something? All this in the same night. It started at 7, and Mr. Santos. Mr. Santos rolled up at about 8 o'clock, 8:30. He was gonna go home. He was getting off work to go home. When he seen me, he took me back to the facility so I could make sure I sleep there tonight. It was Memorial Weekend. So I'm sitting there at the shelter getting ready in the shower. I'm like, wow, there's a God. Because I was about to end I'm telling you, I was about to end myself, like, you know. So I'm at the shelter doing the weekend, and Tuesday morning came. Memorial Day was on a Monday. Tuesday morning came. I came to his office, and he said my name, and he explained to me what the program was about and what they can offer and what's their success and everything else. And he told me to share my story. Tell me what's going on with you. So I shared my story with him, with Mr. Santos. I shared my story with him, and as soon as I was done, he looked at me. He told me to stand up, and he looked me in my eye. He said, Al-amin, the story you just shared to me was really horrifying. I am so sorry that you had to go through this. And I'm here to help you. And never give up. Never give up. He came a little closer, and he said, I see greatness in you. One day you're going to help a lot of people. Your story is going to help a lot of people. I see a lot of potential in you. He came a little closer again. He hugged me. He kissed me in my cheek. He embraced me like a father, like a brotherhood. I went to strive for greatness. I went back to school. I got my GED. Then I went to Atlanta Tech, got my associate, and ended up became an addiction counselor, a certified addiction counselor. And I started working at the place that Mr. Santos worked at, and I became one of the top 3 addiction counselors in Atlanta, Georgia. Me and my friends, we was finding housing for the homeless community, like 20 a month, 30 people was getting off the street a month. All 3 of us was like a team. So we was really, and they was wondering why, what we was doing that, and I was trying to explain to them when I became a public speaker is like, I've been in their shoe. They trust me.